Hey guys, it's DVD Mike. Gonna go through a few more racks of DVDs. We have two racks here, a few PC games there, but we'll skip over those, and a little random stack there. So I'll be skipping over sort of my animated stuff and my TV stuff just for this one. We're just doing movies for the moment. Start with the rack. Wes Craven's Serpent the Rainbow. Shiny glare on the bloody thing. Awesome movie. People haven't seen this, go see it. It's underrated. The original 2-disc Spider-Man. It's the normal PAL version. Not much special. Grown to like this a lot more than 2 over the years, which I never thought I would. For the original Taxi. This is the French subtitled version. Not anamorphic though, which is annoying, and the subtitles are in an awkward place, so unless you can adjust the widescreen zoom on your TV, kind of useless, but an awesome film. Avoid the remake at all costs, no matter how good Jimmy Fallon is. Have the imported, when I went to Australia, Batman Returns, because it is cut in the UK. There's some violence cut out of it. So this is the Australian uncut 2-disc remaster Batman Returns. Next on to Batman Forever. Again 2-disc, this is the PAL one because it is now finally uncut. I think I bought it as a celebration that it's finally uncut, and the fact that I don't have to use my Laserdisc anymore. Not that I'm advocating not using Laserdisc, you understand. We have the 3rd edition of Batman Returns that I own, Batman Begins even, that I own. It's the standard PAL 2-disc special edition, now upgraded to the Blu-ray. We have the bought because it was cheap Rambo 3, just because I wanted someone to watch that night. This is the not so good Momentum release. No real extras, but nah, something to do on a board night. Now, this was originally my superhero rack, as you'll find out, because there's some superhero stuff in there. Well, comic book rack. My Japanese DTS Blade seems to have gone missing, but we have Blade 2, the standard 2-disc PAL special edition. Still waiting for New Line to release those on Blu-ray. We have the extended director's cut Blade Trinity. I like this. Don't care what anyone really says. It's not as bad as people make out. David Goyer is a good director. If you've seen The Invisible, you'll know. The original X-Men, this is the US single disc release in the digipack. And then, as always with all Fox films, 1.5 double dipped. Not a huge fan of X-Men 1 so much anymore. 2 was a lot better. 3, well, won't go into 3. 2-disc special edition of 2. Yeah, that's a much better film in my opinion. Into the Punisher. Did this in a previous update. A Bulletproof Monk. You can see it's the comic book collection. This is just the standard UK edition with the price sticker still for some reason. LXG, I do like this. Norrington's an awesome director, and yeah, it might not be his version, and Connery might have tinkered with it, but it's a flawed masterpiece. On to From Hell. Hughes Brothers, awesome directors. Men's Society was amazing. I do like that. Onto the obviously forced in to this rack because it's not coming out. There it comes. Two-disc special edition of Constantine. Not a huge fan of this movie. It has its fans, and they're normally extremely die-hard and don't want to listen to what anyone says. But it's a good little film. Let's go and go back. back in and go next to Transformers for now. I have standard Region 1 unrated road trip with the awful Photoshop cover. Funny film, I haven't watched it in years. The RoboCop Criterion, now very much out of print. Much prefer this to the other version I've got in the box set. Something about it just looks better, the colour timing as well. I like a lot better in that version. Monty Python Holy Grail, everyone should own. It's the 2-disc edition from a couple of years back. Yeah, let's see the date on it. But it has been re-released a million times since. I have the 2-disc special edition with a slipcase Region 1 Hellboy. I've since upgraded to the director's cut on Blu-ray. One of my favourite films, American Gigolo. Apart from seeing Richard Gere in the nude and other all-together type scenes, awesome, awesome, awesome film. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Back to the superhero type thing, Conan the Barbarian. It's the special edition with the commentary by John Milnes and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Haven't really listened to it because it's really, really hard work. We have a free from work copy of Scarface. Not an amazing fan of the film. I can see the appeal, but it's dated badly, I feel. On to should have been a comic book, but well, it was in later life. Darkman. In need of a special edition Universal. Love this. It's better than any of the Spider-Mans that Raimi's made, because it's more of a Raimi film than they are. Have Willow. Watching it now after Lord of the Rings, and as people know, I'm not a big fan of Lord of the Rings films. It just seems like a complete rip-off of Tolkien's story. But, still a good film. Star Trek Nemesis. A lot of people didn't like that either. I thought it was good. Well, I'm a sucker for anything Star Trek, really. It's one of my favourite films. Things to do in Devon When You're Dead. Again, little known, but really, people, if you have a chance to watch it, watch it. It's written by one of my favourite writers, Scott Rosenberg, who worked on Brains Gone Mad, Beautiful Girls and High Fidelity, as well as Gone in 6 Seconds. He was a bit of a script doctor for Touchstone at the time. I have Hannibal. Now, bought this mainly because of Gary Oldman and Julianne Moore. I'm not a big fan of Hopkins. Much preferred Manhunter. It was the definitive Lecter film in my view. Try and rattle through these. I have Amelie. Great film. Journey's a genius. I have Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. This is the original Fox Special Edition in the early days of DVDs. We have the now replaced by Blade Runner on Blu-ray, but the director's cut that they re-released. This is the dual language French versions. I'm stuck with them quite a lot of my discs. Next on to Untitled, the almost famous bootleg. Love this film, big Cameron Crowe fan. Multiple editions of Halloween. We have the Necula original Angabay release from the UK. If this one had both versions on it. Nope, that one didn't have both versions on it. They left that to this one, the Divimax one, I believe. Maybe not then. It might have been the other one. Let's have a look. Doesn't actually say. Halloween H20, or H2O as other people call it. It is H20, the 20th anniversary. My favourite film's Growing Up, FX Murder by Illusion. I've got FX2 somewhere, I don't know where it is. Dark City in non-DNR'd mess Blu-ray edition, but since I've upgraded. Ben Stiller's best film for me. Reality Bites. Great little film. And then last in this rack, The Fugitive. Not a big fan of this film, but yeah, it's cool. I do prefer US Marshals, really. So that's the end of that rack. We'll have to move on to the next rack in the next video. Stephen and Mike, till next time.